Welcome back with another episode on TryHackMe.com. This is Zahin Azay, and we are doing defensive security intro, which is part of cybersecurity 101. So in previous video, we had covered the offensive security intro, and in this video, we'll cover the defensive security intro. I know that maybe 7 or 6 days left for me to complete this path. Let's take an overview before we continue. So this is try and think. Okay, so we have 6 days to complete all of this path. So let's see if we are able to do it. I'll be pushing a lot of videos on this channel, so hopefully by the end of day 6 we will be able to complete all of this path. Okay, so let's continue. Defensive security intro, introducing defensive security and related topics such as threat intelligence, SOC, DFIR, malware analysis, and SIEM. It is easy and it will take 25 minutes. Hopefully, we'll be covering everything in 15 or 20 minutes. Okay. Introduction to defense security. Task 1. In the previous room, we learned about offensive security. Yes, we have learned about it, which aims to identify and exploit system vulnerabilities to enhance security measures. This includes exploiting software bugs, leveraging insecure setups, and taking advantage of unenforced access control policies. Among those strategies, red teams and penetration testers specialize in these offensive techniques. In this room, we will examine its counterpart, defensive security. It is concerned with two main tasks: preventing intrusion from occurring, detecting intrusions when they occur, and responding properly. Blue teams are part of the defensive security landscape. As you can see, we are defending everything. We have some defensive mechanism like firewall, intrusion detection or prevention system, and we are preventing all the attacks which are coming to our main systems or mainframe. Some of the tasks are related to defensive security include user cybersecurity awareness. Training users about cybersecurity helps prevent against attacks targeting their systems. Documenting and managing assets. We need to know the systems and devices we must manage and protect adequately. Updating and patching systems, ensuring that computer servers and network devices are correctly updated and patched against any known vulnerabilities, weakness. Setting up preventative security devices, firewall, intrusion prevention system, IPS, are critical components of preventative security. Firewalls control the network traffic, can go inside and what can leave system or network. IPS blocks any network, this is intrusion prevention system, blocks any network traffic that matches present rules and attack signatures. Okay, I was reading it as preset. It is present. Okay. Setting up logging and monitoring devices. Proper network logging and monitoring are essential for detecting malicious activities and intrusions. If a new unauthorized device appears on our network, we should be able to detect it. Awesome. There is much more to defensive security aside from the above. We will also cover the following related topics: Security Operations Center, SOC, which is monitoring everything that is going on within our data center; threat intelligence, gathering intelligence about the threats that can occur on our data center or in our company or organization; digital forensics and incident response. Once something happens, then what we need to do, we need to digitally see what happens, and if there is any incident happened, we need to respond accordingly. Malware analysis: if there is any malware, then we need to analyze it and set some parameters and configure our firewalls and the other security devices that this malware will not spread around in our network, and also in the future attacks this malware can be detected and the preventive measure could be taken. Okay, which team focus on defensive security? Defensive security team is blue team, right? We read it somewhere, but yeah, this is blue teams. Let me go with the blue team. Awesome. Task 2 already. We are 5 minutes into the video. Areas of defensive security. In this task, we will cover 2 main topics related to the defensive security. Security Operations Center SOC, where we cover threat intelligence, digital forensics and incident response. DFIR, where we also cover malware analysis. So all of this, are broad areas that are there in the defensive security, and each area have its own kind of specializations and tool set and a learning curve involved. Okay, if you move along to the DFIR, that means there is another set of tools that you need to master, and there is another set of the things or the skills, and there is also a learning curve for both of these. So you can do, for example, you are working in the SOC, you have mastered all the tool, and now it is time for your promotion. You can either move to something advanced in the SOC, or you can choose a different field, for example, digital forensic and incident response. So all of these are specialized fields. Okay, as we will read here, Security Operations Center SOC. A Security Operations Center SOC is a team of cybersecurity professionals that monitors the network and its systems to detect malicious cybersecurity events. Some of the main areas of interest for a SOC are vulnerabilities, policy violations, unauthorized activity, and network intrusion. Let's go with the vulnerabilities. Whenever a system vulnerability weakness is discovered, it is essential to fix it by installing a proper update or patch. When a fix is unavailable, the necessary measures should be taken to prevent an attacker from exploiting it. Although remediating vulnerability is vital for a SOC, it is not necessarily assigned to them. The SOC guys will just run some tools to detect the vulnerabilities, and then the related teams, for example, the infrastructure team or the VM team or network team or whoever is managing that particular device and the owner of the device, will have to fix the issues that are highlighted by the SOC team. Policy violation. A security policy is a set of rules required to protect the network and the systems. For example, it might be a policy violation if users upload confidential company data to an online storage service. Yes. So if user is trying to upload a data to online storage service, by policy, the network should not allow it. But somehow, if it is detected that we didn't implement enough policies and there is a violation of the policies, then we need to detect it. Our tool should detect it, and this violation should be raised and also monitor what happened to this and why this happened. Okay. Unauthorized activity. Consider the case where a user's login name and password are stolen and the attacker uses them to log in to the network. A SOC must detect and block such an event as soon as possible before further damage is done. For example, you're doing 9 to 5 job and you never log in outside the working hours, and if your username and password is detected that you are, for example, logging in after 5 p.m. or maybe it's close to 6 or 7 or maybe in the night, midnight. So this is unusual behavior, right? So we'll consider it okay, this is not the normal behavior. This is unusual behavior. What is happening here? Okay, so we may need to see that, okay, before it was the user was logging in from UK, and now he's logging in, from the US. And in order to travel from UK to US, maybe it takes 6 hours or something like that, right? And user is, for example, logged in at 5 p.m. and now he logged in again at 6 p.m. from the US. That means this is impossible distance to cover in just 1 hour, right? So that means this is an unusual behavior, and the security devices will take care of these timelines and also will either include the MFA if it is not already there, or otherwise consider it as an unauthorized activity. I hope this is clear for you. Network intrusion. And no matter how good your security is, there is always a chance for an intrusion. An intrusion can occur when a user clicks on a malicious link or when an attacker exploits a public server. Either way, when an intrusion occurs, we must detect it as soon as possible to prevent further damage. Security operations cover various tasks to ensure protection. One such task is threat intelligence. Okay, so threat intelligence. In this context, intelligence refers to information you gather about actual potential enemies. A threat is an action that can disrupt or adversarially affect a system that you are protecting. Threat intelligence collects information to help the company better prepare against potential adversaries. The purpose would be to achieve a threat informed defense. Different companies have different adversaries. Some adversaries might seek to steal customer data from a mobile operator. However, other adversaries are interested in halting the production in a petroleum refinery. Example adversary include a nation-state cyber army working for political reasons and a ransomware group acting for financial purposes. Based on the company target, we can expect adversaries. Okay. Intelligence needs data. Data has to be collected, processed, and analyzed. Data is collected from local sources such as network logs and public sources such as forums. Data processing arranges it into a format suitable for analysis. The analysis phase seeks to find more information about the attackers and their motives. Moreover, it aims to create a list of recommendations and actionable steps. Learning about your adversaries lets you know their tactics, techniques, and procedures, TTPs. As a result of threat intelligence, we identify the threat actor, adversary, and predict their activity. Consequently, we can mitigate their attacks and prepare a response strategy. So we are covering this in our SOC 1 learning path. Hopefully, after completing the Cybersecurity 101, I will resume my videos on SOC 01. Okay, so all of this we are covering in great detail. If you haven't checked SOC 1 learning path on my channel, just check it out. Digital Forensic and Incident Response, DFIR or DFIR. Okay, this section is about digital forensic and incident response, and we will cover digital forensic, incident response, and malware analysis. There are going to be many other aspects as well, specialization that you can do. Digital forensic, it's the C in itself. Okay, forensics in the application of the science to investigate crimes and establish facts. If you want to work in FBI, the legal side of the things, you can go with the digital forensic. It's really amazing how you can find the clues where the video was captured, who did it, what was the device, and all these things comes in the digital forensic. And if something happens, you need to collect the evidence that there was the crime happened, and what are the indicators of this crime. Okay, because digitally proving a crime happened, it's really hard to do that nowadays. With the use and spread of digital systems such as computers and smartphones, a new branch of the forensics was born to investigate related crimes, computer forensics, which later evolved into digital forensics. In defensive security, the focus of digital forensics shifts to analyzing evidence of an attack, its perpetrators, who is doing the criminals, and other areas such as intellectual property theft, cyber espionage, and possession of unauthorized content. Consequently, digital forensic will focus on different areas such as file system memory, system logs, network logs. Okay, analyzing a digital forensic image, low-level copy of the system storage reveals much information such as installed programs, created files, partially overwritten files, and deleted files. System memory. If the attacker runs their malicious program in the memory without saving it to the disk, taking a forensic image, low-level copy of the system memory is the best way to analyze its content and learn about the attack. So whenever there is an attack, so what happens is you don't just shut off your server. Okay, you may isolate that server to not to communicate with anybody, but you keep it running. Okay, because there are some software that are running in the system memory, and if you just shut down or restart, maybe the important information that we need to gather from the memory, or we cannot capture the state of the current system in order to analyze it in an isolated environment later on. Okay, so that's why the system memory is really important, just to capture what happened. And in order to capture that system dump or system memory dump, we don't just shut off or restart the server once some attack happened. We just isolate the system and then later on take the snapshot of the system components in its current state, and then we analyze it later on. Okay. System logs. Each client and server computer maintains different log files about what is happening. Log files provide plenty of information about what happened on a system. Even if the attacker tries to clear their traces, some traces will remain. Of course, network logs. Logs are the network packets that have traversed a network, would help answer more questions about whether an attack is occurring and what it entails. See, the network logs, if you have a big organization, maybe by policy, if the organization have these policies to maintain the network logs, because everything happening through the network, and the network logs will increase exponentially. The number of systems you are adding, and in big organization, even medium and small organization, the system requirement is always increasing and increasing. That means the logs will be increasing, and that means maintaining the logs itself will become a headache on your infrastructure. So sometimes you have the real-time logs, and sometimes you save the logs to, for example, 1 month or 2 months or 3 months time, and the older logs you just move it to archive, or maybe you just discard that logs in order to save the space or something like that. So if you are creating a policy for network logs, consider all of these possibilities and adhere to the policies that are in place in your organization to protect your organization. Incident response. An incident usually refers to the data breach or a cyber attack. However, in some cases, it can be something less critical, such as misconfiguration, an intrusion attempt, or a policy violation. Example of a cyber attack include an attacker making our network or system inaccessible, defacing changes to the public website. Data breach, stealing company data. How would you respond to a cyber attack? Incident response specifies the methodology that should be followed to handle such a case. The aim is to reduce damage and recover in the shortest time possible. Ideally, you would develop a plan that is ready for incident response. Okay, you already have some kind of the protocol in place. When something happens, you just go through the protocol and follow the steps. Okay. The 4 major phases of the incident response process are preparation, detection, containment, and then the post-incident activity. Preparation. This requires a team trained and ready to handle incident. Ideally, various measures are put in place to prevent incidents from happening in the first place. Okay. Detection and analysis. The team has the necessary resources to detect an incident. Moreover, it is essential to analyze any detected incident further to learn about its severity. Containment, eradication, recovery. Once an incident is detected, it is crucial to stop it from affecting other systems. You isolate it, eliminate it, and recover the affected system. For instance, when we notice that a system is infected with a computer virus, we would like to stop, contain the virus from spreading to other systems, clean, eradicate the virus, and ensure proper system recovery is there. That the data which is lost, we recover it from the backup, or if it is not lost, if the file, we just run the antivirus or whatever, depending on the scenario. Okay. Post-incident activity. After a successful recovery, a report is produced and the lesson learned is shared to prevent similar future incident. And that's why everything is available online. For example, if you need to learn about the TTPs, so the MITRE attack website is a great resource that you can go and see the common TTPs that are different criminal organizations are using, and you can try to see that which areas or which industry. For example, if you are in the finance industry, then there are some TTPs that you need to consider in order to envision your defense architecture. Okay, so the MITRE ATT&CK website and similar resources are a great resource to for a starting point for your organization. Preparation, detection and analysis, containment, eradication and recovery, and post-incident activity. This is what we have learned already. Malware analysis, we are 20 minutes into the video. Hopefully, in some time we will be able to complete it. Malware stands for malware software. Software refers to program, documents, and files you can save on a disk or send over the network. Malware includes many types such as a virus, a Trojan horse, or ransomware. A virus is a piece of code, part of a program that attaches itself to a program. It is designed to spread from one computer to another, works by altering, overwriting, and deleting the file once it infects a computer. The result ranges from the computer becoming slow to unusable. Trojan horse is a program that shows one desired function but hides a malicious function underneath. For example, a victim might download a video player from a shady website that gives the attacker complete control over their system. For RCE, for example, this is what they are trying to say here. Remote code execution. Ransomware is a malicious program that encrypts the user's file. Encryption makes the file unreadable or unusable without knowing the encryption password or key in this case. The attacker offers the user the encryption password if the user is willing to pay a ransomware. In some cases, even you pay the ransomware, they will not give you the keys. So you need to thread on this ransomware carefully. Malware analysis aims to learn about such malicious programs using various means. Static analysis works by inspecting the malicious program without running it. This usually requires solid knowledge of assembly language, the processor instruction set, i.e. the computer's fundamental instructions. Okay. So the assembly language is one step above the machine language. Okay. So if you do malware analysis, this is a must-have skill set. Dynamic analysis works by running the malware in a controlled environment and monitoring its activities and behaviors, and it let you observe how the malware behaves when running. What would you call a team of cybersecurity professionals that monitors a network and its system for malicious events? So, security operations center. So this is the team that monitors 24/7. Okay, what does DFIR stands for? Digital Forensic and Incident Response. I will just copy paste here. Okay. What kind of malware requires the user to pay money to regain access to their files? Ransomware, of course. Where is ransomware? Sometimes even you pay the money, they will not give you the key. All right. Practical example of defensive security. Okay, the scenario. Let us pretend you are a security operations center analyst responsible for that. Means this is the SOC level 1, responsible for protecting a bank. Okay, this bank's SOC uses a security information and event management SIEM tool like Splunk or something like that, which gathers security related information and events from various sources and presents them in one dashboard. If SIEM finds something suspicious, an alert will be generated. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Then he executed binary file image.jpg.exe. That means something happens here. Alice logged in at 3 a.m. Yeah, this is an alert for us. Bob made 5 failed login attempts. Somebody is trying to hijack his password or brute force his password. Charlie logged in from a new location, which is impossible in that time frame. For example, at 5 p.m. you are logged in from UK, and at 6 p.m. you are logged in from US, which is impossible. Not all alerts are malicious. However, it is up to the analyst to use their expertise in cybersecurity to investigate which one are harmful. For example, you may encounter an alert where a user has failed multiple login attempts. While suspicious, this kind of thing happens, especially if the user has forgotten their passwords and continue to try to log in. Additionally, there might be alerts related to the connections from unknown IP addresses. An IP address is like a home address for your computer on the internet. It tells other computers where to send the information you requested. When these addresses are unknown, it could mean that someone new is trying to connect or someone is attempting unauthorized access. Simulating a SIEM. View the side. We'll view this side. We have prepared a simplified interactive simulation of the SIEM system to provide you with a hands-on experience similar to what cybersecurity analyst encounters. To start the simulation, please, we already clicked on it. The action will open a static site on the right side of the screen. We have done so. Follow the step-by-step instruction provided within the simulation to navigate through the events and look at the flag. The flag is a series of characters with a format like THM and then random word. Use this flag to answer the question from the room here in the try hack me like the one below. What's new in this room? We have discussed. Okay, so let's continue with our instructions here. Inspect the alert in your SIEM dashboard to find the malicious IP address, and from the alert, make a note of it and then click on the alert to proceed. Okay, successful SSH, authorized attempt. Okay, unauthorized attempt, multiple failed login from John. Yeah, this is what we need to see. So the IP address is one. Can we copy it? Yeah, we can copy it. I don't know if I copied it or not. No, we did not. Oh, if I copied it. Yes. There are websites on the internet that allows you to check the reputation of an IP address to see whether it's a malicious or suspicious. Oh, it is a malicious. There are many open source databases out there like Abuse, IPDB, and Cisco Talos Intelligence, where you can perform a reputation and local location check for the IP address. Most security analysts use these tools to aid them with alert investigations. You can also make the internet safer by reporting the malicious IPs, for example on Abuse, IPDB. Now that we know that IP address is malicious, we need to escalate it to a staff member. So this is coming from China, and it's a China mobile something. Okay. We should not worry too much if it was a failed authentication attempt, but you probably noticed the successful authentication attempts from the malicious IP address. Let's declare a small incident event and escalate it. There is some great staff working at the company, but you wouldn't want to escalate this to the wrong person who is not in charge of your team or department. Choose to whom you would escalate this event. This is security, information security architect, and SOC team lead. We'll go with SOC team lead. Okay, you got the permission to block the malicious IP address, and now you can proceed and implement the block rule, the block malicious IP address on the firewall, and find out what message they left for you. Okay. So this is the IP address we are blocking. Blocking the IP address is not the right choice in a real scenario because the attacker can always switch to a different proxy IP address and then do the attack from there. Okay, so maybe you need to discover the behavior and block that behavior from happening on your website or on your edge devices. Okay, so the guy will not be able to enter your network because of the certain behavior. Block the IP address. Here we go. That blocked. And I'm gonna answer this question. I submitted it. Yeah, it's correct answer. Awesome. Redeem your ticket. Let's do that. $10 swag voucher and $50 Amazon voucher. Thank you guys for. Okay, wait a minute. Let's check our tickets first. Where we are right now. Oh, we have just one more to go for $10 swagger, and let's continue. Guys. Thank you guys for joining me on this video. I will see you in the next video. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. If you have any comments, please mention it down below. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much.